Hello gentlemen, have a great day. This is page number 56. In this diagram we can see the air swept fuel feeder, bunker outlet slide gate valve. It is in the upper diagram, and after that the belt feeder is available, isolation gate valve and air feeder is available, air swept feeder is available. So the fuel is goes to the boiler, into the boiler water tubes is available. In the next diagram we can see the diagram. I am reading the bottom of the description. Foster Wheeler CFB utility steam generator with Intrex. The Intrex is simply an unfaired fluidized bed heat exchanger with non-mechanical means for diverting solids. So in this diagram we can see the Intrex is available in the bottom of the diagram near furnace. So J wall means loop seal is available in the bottom of the cyclone. A reheater zone is available in the right side of the diagram, and economizer also available in the right side, same side. Primary superheater and heat recovery area is available in the right side of the boiler. So this is the diagram with the Intrex. In next diagram we can see the reheat CFB steam generator. In this diagram we can see solid return channel. In bottom of the left diagram, furnace is available, Intrex is available in the near furnace. So J valve is available, cyclone is available, and HRA is available in the right side of the diagram. Next diagram we can see the Intrex. In here we can see the furnace solid return channel, furnace recycle ports in the left side. On the right side we can see the J valve or loop seal, discharge pipe and steam cooled Intrex cell, partition wall screen openings, and in the bottom of the diagram we can see the air plenums. On top of the diagram we can see the hangers. In next diagram we can see Intrex side elevation, Intrex plan elevation. First diagram is Intrex side elevation. The second diagram is Intrex plan diagram elevation. In here the diagram we can see the finishing superheater cell and intermediate superheater cell and inlet channels. And the right side of the diagram from the J valve discharge pipe is going through the inlet channel, then after the furnace. So the first question we can see. Question: how does the Intrex system work? Answer: solid entrained in the flue gas leaving the CFB combustor are collected by the cyclone separators and drop into the J valves. From the J valves means loop seal. From the J valves, the solid flow into the Intrex inlets channel which have screen openings at the bottom of the partition valves that separate the inlet channels from the main steam cooled Intrex cells. During normal operation, the solid flow through the partition valve openings under and then up through the tube coils, transferring the process. Some of the sensible heat of the solids into the superheater coils and into the water valves, forming the enclosure of the Intrex. The solids thereafter spill through screen openings in the Intrex front valve that forms a SRC in combination with the furnace rear valve and side valves. SRC uniformly returns cooled solids into the furnace. The recycled solids fluidized by air in the Intrex flow into the combustor from the SRC through multiple opening distributed along the furnace rear wall. The solids cooled in the Intrex and transported back to the combustor, and the heat absorbed in the water cooled furnace enclosure valves and the steam cooled cyclones maintain the furnace at relatively isothermal conditions for optimum carbon burnup and emission control. The main steam temperature is controlled by spray water attemperators upstream of Intrex superheater. What are the next question? What are the utilities of Intrex? Answer. It takes the advantages of excellent heat transfer coefficient in a bubbling bed. Because of low wear potential of the fine solids, about 200 micrometer, uniformly sized fly ash and low fluidized velocities 0.15 to 0.45 meter per second. Tube wear is not a concern. Hooking up an Intrex with the CFB enables the designer to size the furnace for complete combustion of feed fuels, while keeping all HE coils out of highly erosive environment. It also serves to maintain a consistent solid temperature throughout the cycle. The next question. Why is special or armored protection or tube treatment required to protect the inburned tubes in a bubbling fluidized bed, but not in the case of CFBs with Intrex system? Answer. BFBs operate with coarse 30 mm fuel feed, high fluidization velocities 2.5 to 3 meter per second that subject the inbed heat exchanger tubes to a highly erosive atmosphere. Therefore, these tubes need special protection while the Intrex tubes working under the low wear potential of fine require no such protection. Question. What are the basic needs design features of Intrex? Answer. Integrated water cooled configuration, non-mechanical means for diverting solids return channel, passive design. Question. What do you mean by integrated water cooled configuration of Intrex? How does it differs from conventional EHEs? Answer. While the conventional external heat exchangers are typically large refractory layered boxes located at the distance from the furnace, the Intrex is formed by the same water-cooled membrane construction monowall used for the furnace. It is positioned so that the furnace rear wall is in line with the Intrex front wall. That is, the Intrex is inducted as a basic component of the lower part of the combustion. Question. What does this design budget advantages with respect to conventional EHEs? Answer. EHEs are located outside the positioned at a distance from the furnace. These large heavy weighted refractory lined boxes must be supported from the bottom. Also, they require large refractory lined ducts for return of solids to the furnace and require hanger arrangement for tube support. While the furnace and cyclone are top supported and growing downward, the bottom supported EHE grown upward. These features inherently require significantly flexibility in design to accommodate large refractory lines that extend from the heat exchangers. As against this, the Intrex is top supported and grows downward at the same rate as well as all the other water cooled pressure paths. Load is picked up from the furnace rear wall, and the downcomers or risers that service the Intrex from the steam drum. The next question. What is the principle of providing non-mechanical means for diverting solids to the Intrex? Answer. It is safety system to protect the Intrex superheater tubes during startup and emergency trip. For this, the technique of differential fluidization and a simple pressure balance between adjacent fluidized bed can be harnessed. directly back to the furnace, bypassing the steam-cooled index beds. Question: how is this accomplished? Under normal operating conditions, all solids collected by the cyclones are passed to the steam-cooled index by fluidizing the main cells at a higher superficial velocity than the inlet channels and directing the flows of solid through the screen openings in the bottom area of the partitions. Instead of installing a high temperature mechanical valves under and up through the superheater coils, spill through the wear ports formed by screen tube openings and fall into the solids return channel. By means of differential fluidization and simple pressure balance between the adjacent fluidized beds, entire solids settling in the cyclone can be directed to the intact cells. However, during emergency shutdown conditions, during startup, the solid collected in the cyclones are passed directly into the solid return channel, bypassing the main steam cooled index beds. This is accomplished by activating the tall fluidization nozzle that extend above the screen openings in the bottom of each partition wall, while the lower nozzle in the inlet channels are kept shut. As the consequence, a defluidization zone is generated that deters solids from flowing into the main cell. The solids entering the inlet channels then expand up to the inlet wear ports and drop into the solid return channels. Note: the high and low nozzles in essence act as a fluid switch that puts the index into a bypass mode of operation, thereby eliminating the need of high temperature mechanical valves. Thank you.